Yes, hello everybody. My name is Zip Stowe, the Parks and Recreation Director for the City of Belmont, and we appreciate everybody responding back to my invite. And we're going to turn it over to Rachel, and she's going to proceed with the meeting and the agenda as followed. Thanks.
Okay. If you're able to be online and see the screen, I've got an agenda up in front of you. This is the pre-submittal meeting for the RFQ for CM at Risk for the City of Belmont Community Recreation Center. Thank you all for your interest, for joining in this pre-submittal meeting. As it mentioned, he's with the City of Belmont. Also on this call, we have the city manager and assistant planner as well. From CPL, I'm Rachel Nilsson, the project manager, architect for that's working with the city on this project, and Ken Mayer, the principal on the project, is also on the call here. Just some general submittal information. Please review the RFQ if you haven't had a chance to go through it all. Understand it's got quite a few pages to it. If you have any questions, please email those to Zip Stowe, and we'll be submitting answers to those questions as an addenda as needed. Submittal information is on your screen. It's also on the first page of that submittal. So we are only accepting paper copies, hard copies of this. There's a physical address and a mailing address, depending on how you want to get that over to Zip. Any other submittal information you want to add, Ken?
No, I think that covers it.
Okay. So Ken will give a brief description of the scope of work, the three different phases.
So, as Rachel mentioned, this is, first of all, this is a qualification-based public CM at risk selection. Our goal is to select a construction partner that will work with us beginning at the end of the design development phase and on through the procurement process and the guaranteed maximum price of construction services. The phase one that we described are the pre-construction services prior to the GMP that we're looking for. You'll be an integral member of the team, attend key meetings, be a part of our conversations, and be an advisor to us on things such as procurement, what's the current market in labor, materials we should be focusing on or not focusing on, depending on supply chain and other issues. As we go through, we'll ask you to help us with cost estimating.
Enter your access code or meeting number followed by pound.
I don't think that's me. We'll be asking you to help us with not only the broader cost estimating at key phases, but also perhaps some targeted cost estimates if we were to look at this material versus that, or this system versus that system. I won't read everything that's in here, but just kind of give you a flavor. Our goal is to be proactive in working with the budget on this project, making the smart and informed decisions throughout the process with the city's team. We'll get to the schedule here shortly, but of course we will be asking your help in doing the detailed scheduling of the project, both as we get into pre-con, but also as we move forward into other phases. Logistics and phasing on the site plan. We are on a busy street. We do have some activity conversations. A lot of things are going on in this general area of the city. We want your assistance in QA/QC. That's spelled out, and as well as constructability. So if there are methods, approaches you think we should be considering on a particular area, we would look for that. Section 8 talks about the cost modeling and estimating, and I touched on that. Some coordination things, and then a little statement about document ownership. So that in general covers the phase one pre-construction services. And then phase two, as we finalize the construction documents and look at a preliminary GMP to make sure that we're on track, we then make adjustments as needed, and then look to the CM to go out into the market and procure project in normal public process manner to get to a confirmed GMP. Construction services are fairly straightforward and are spelled out here. I think everybody is pretty familiar with that. There's some reporting methods and other things over here that, again, we've used on other public CM at risk projects. That's a very broad brush of the scope of services from the CM at risk. I'll pause here. And Rachel, anything you want me to add, or Zip, or anybody else from the city?
Covered it on my end. Zip, anything from you or Adrian?
No, I don't have anything. Somebody else trying to get somebody else signed in, but no, I don't have anything.
So if we have questions, we can cover that in the Q&A section at the end of the session. Thank you.
I've got the submittal schedule up on the screen that's in the RFQ. So RFQ packages are due Friday, June 12th. There is a tentative interview date. The city will decide if they wish to do interviews and schedule around that time. And then hoping to have complete negotiations and have the award of the contract for the city council meeting on Monday, July 6th. And that coincides with about the end of our schematic design phase. The site is below on your screen. I'll make it a little bit bigger here. It'll be this area right here, right in front of the existing City Works building along Catawba Street. Wilkinson Boulevard comes across Catawba River over here. The site is right across the street from Riverfront Park, so there may be some connection there, and there's a future greenway planned that's not part of this project that may tie into some of the work that we're doing on our particular site here. Do we have any questions from anyone?
This, excuse me, this is Susie Lewis. I had signed in initially on my phone, and now I'm trying to sign in on my computer, and it's not letting me. So can whoever's in charge of that, so I can see it bigger?
Are you able to help with that, Zip?
Yeah, I tried to send her the link again. Now I had to get up with Seth. Let me send it to her right now. Now, what was the lady's name?
It's Susie Lewis at Beam Construction. I think
Okay.
because I was in on my phone, it wasn't letting me do it on my computer.
Okay, let me see if I can find that.
Any other questions from anyone else on the call?
I have one other question. This is Susie Lewis at Beam. The RFQ packet is 21 pages, and it asks for info, and it says it's limited to 30 pages. And so it's going to be hard to get several projects in on representative projects on 30 pages when with all the other information that's requested. Is that, I just wanted to bring that up as a potential.
We can certainly take a look at that. 30 pages has been sort of a typical that we've seen, but we can take a look at that.
Hey, Seth, could you help Susie? Susie, could you give Seth your email address and he can get you hooked up?
Yes. I'm just trying to oh, now I think it's working now. Thank you.
Okay, all right.
Okay, is there anything else, Zip, that you'd like to add, or Adrian or Tiffany?
No, not this moment.
Well, if there are no additional questions, if you have anything come up, please again, email those to Zip at the email address noted in the RFQ. We appreciate your attendance here and look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you.